All right, my friends, today is day, I don't know, 125-ish. I'll put a comment here, but it's a busy day. Tomorrow is technically crane day for lifting. Today is get set up day. Let's pan around and you can see the activity we got going on. So we start at the house. That's been here, you've seen it. Going down, leaving, is the porta potty drop-off guy. We have two 18-wheeler flatbeds with parts that go to that crane right there. I'm told it's a 250-ton crane. The driver said it's, quote, the small one. And obviously porta potty, we all know what that is. We have the other 18-wheeler with parts for the crane. We have folks over there putting sill plates on. I'm not quite sure what that truck over there is. Looks like an electrician truck, but whatever. It's got tools for them. And then this flatbed here has just some wood and odds and ends in it. So I assume it'll be a busy day today with everything getting set up, and tomorrow they're supposed to lift the house. We're getting really close. Let's take a look at what's on these 18-wheelers. This is the second one. So the crane was the crane itself plus two 18-wheelers. Job box, okay, yeah, whatever. I guess, who knows? Well, I'm not sure what that's for. £20,000, I assume a counterbalance. Another one of those. Maybe that's maybe these are all counterbalances. And not that it matters, but this crane company, Ozark Crane, is the same crane company that did Living Traditions house lift. Turns out, listening to Kevin and Sarah, I ended up with the same company, dealer, as what they used. Even the same salesman. Once I was chatting with him up there, and just turned out, ended up with the same crane company and the same crane operator. He says he remembers setting their house, so he's done this. The crane operator said he has done this over 200 times. I don't know if that's a lot, but seems like that means he has some experience at it. And I don't know how that extension turns unless he rotates the crane piece to cause this to turn, but he was swiveling this piece around as he was backing up, so it was interesting to watch. And I think these guys have done this a time or two. It's like a little symphony going on. Everybody seems to know their part, and I'm just trying to stay out of the way. For scale of this crane, there's my thumb in a glove. That's a thick cable. I don't know what you call this thing, but it's just heavy duty stuff. Things I'll never see again, most likely. They're moving faster than I realized. He picked that sucker up. I turned around, it was just floating in the air. And apparently these guys don't know me very well because they keep calling me boss. I am anything but that. So this is just a giant construction zone. Crane's doing his thing, getting set up. These guys are putting sill plates down. And look at how they did these things. There's 8 nails per Simpson strong tie. Now north of 44 did say to make sure we have some type of weatherproofing between the sill plate and the cement. There is something here, but it's not super thick. I'll probably go along with a bead of caulk or something when this is all said and done and seal it in. We'll see. We'll see what's needed in the grand scheme of things. I cannot keep up with all the activity. There's so many guys out here doing stuff. They've hooked up one half of the house already. So the crane company thought they were lifting the house today. They called picking it, is what the crane guy said. The dealer here thought they were staging everything and moving it tomorrow. So I think they're just getting stuff set. We'll see. But theoretically, what I was told, well, what I overheard, is the crane wants to be out of here no later than 1:30 tomorrow. So they should be setting the house first thing in the morning. Uh-oh. So an interesting trick that they're doing is somehow with this hitch, they pushed the house back. Chucked the wheel chocks on the truck, did something with the hitch to push the truck back, or the house back. And if we look at the tires, you can see the wet on the tires where they rotated a quarter turn. Cool little trick. The crane now has 2 of the 10-ton plates on it, and they got 2 5-ton blocks. I'm not sure where they'll go, but while they move, which I've noticed in my limited time with the crane, everything here is slow and steady. These guys, you see how slow it's moving. That's the rate of everything on this crane. I did notice the dealer is moving the house. Oh, I see. Tongue and groove. Look on the side. They're going to slide it down in the grooves. Very cool and obvious. They know what they're doing. You can see the little hand signals that they're just giving each other. And obviously they'll do the same thing with the other wing. So they swapped the forks to a bucket, giving the skid steer a little more weight with a scoop of gravel. Let's see how this works. Skid steer just doesn't have enough traction. I'm going to give kudos to these folks I've been working with on the house. It says Lifeway Homes on the truck. I started dealing with Elite Home Center, and that turned into MH Homes, which is somehow linked to Lifeway. Not quite sure how all the pieces parts snap together, but they're in Oklahoma and Missouri as far as I can tell. Been great guys to deal with. Have not had any problems so far, and they are persistent. You got one of the owners of the company in that back truck there. He's knee deep in everything going on. And that one didn't work. Looks like they're back to the 6-way hitch idea, which is very slow, but is working. At this rate, the house will be set for tomorrow. These poor guys. And there you go. They're attaching all the counterbalance plates that they stacked up onto the, I don't know, swivelly part of the crane. That's my highly technical term, because I assume the whole machine is the crane. So the part that's on the planetary gear. So they stack the plates there, then they lift them up. Not quite sure how they lifted it. So all these guys needed was for me to go do a couple things and come back up 15-20 minutes later, and everything is moved. House is set. Crane can just pick it up and move it tomorrow morning. I'm told they expect to have both halves of the house up before noon and then deal with the roof, getting it raised. We're getting close to crane day. Oh, a little bit of slide. Another part of today, so that they're ready first thing tomorrow, is to unpack the house. So they're taking all the plastic, all the furring strips, everything that's holding the plastic on. All that comes off tonight, so that 8 a.m. tomorrow, crane comes in, they put the straps around the house, which I was told they might try to get everything ready for the straps today as well. And then they lift it, and they're hoping to be done by noon. So big reveal. And they have the plastic not all the way off, but there's an outer wrap on top of this inner wrap, it looked like. So we can take a peek and see. Yep, it's a house. But you can kind of see how they assembled this. A lot of strapping holding every 2x4 up. And then they put these plates over the electrical, which I like. And they foamed every outlet that I found so far. I'm not sure how well it's foamed. I tend to overdo everything, so okay, whatever. But these little contraptions, I've not seen these before. Those are kind of cool. Helps route your wire better. A little service loop. But I guess they don't use them every time. Yeah, every single 2x4 has a bracket on it. And my guess is they probably have these 2x4s pre-notched, because there's no wire there. Why would they notch them? I wonder what blue is versus yellow. I was told I can peek in here, but they don't want me crawling around inside. Probably because the house is not safe. And I did notice that box over there is my extra 4 windows that I want for my basement, so that the windows in the house match the windows in the basement. It is intriguing how they spray foamed these outlets, because it's going to be up against the marriage wall. This is going to be inside. This is supposed to be the access to the basement. My guess is when the basement stairs go in, they just cut this out. Here's another blue wire. Oh, maybe blue is GFI. Intriguing. This one has straps on the bottom. And these should be the 2 guest bedrooms. Not much to see. Oh, that's a good question. One wire goes up, so I think my ceiling fans are light and fan all in one. Yep, single switch. We'll have to figure that out. And there's the 2x6 exterior wall. All the insides are 2x4. All the exterior are 2x6. And they notch those for power as well. Well, it is after 5, and these guys are still going strong. We did have a little bit of a delay when the first half of the house got stuck. Second half, they had a pattern figured out. No issues with the second half of the house moving it to stage it. So if you look behind me, you can see that half is going to go first. That half will go second. All of the sill plates are on. They emptied out everything out of both halves of the house that was on pallets. My windows are still in one of them. That'll go in those 4 window spots over there. I'm not sure what they're doing over here with these 2x8s, but they're ripping a groove down the middle. So I figured out what they're doing by cutting these 2x8s. They don't want a full 1.5 inches. They want like 1 1/8 inches. So they're cutting the 2x8s to be the exact right height to fit under this string. That way there, everything is level across the sill plates. I like this level of attention to detail. And these guys are doing it on their own. They're not being told to do it.